Gran's new house. Seaview, Cliff Lane, Sandy Bay, SY137AB, Saturday, 6th May. Dear Annie, Tim and Jenny, we moved into our new house just 3 days ago. I think we are going to like it, even though it is strange not living in the same town as you anymore. From our front windows we can see the sea, and at the back we have lovely views of the hills. The removal truck broke down, so it took us 6 hours to get here, when it should have only taken about 2 hours. Grandad and I thought you might like to come and stay for a few days in the school holidays. If Mum and Dad can't come, then we'll meet you at the station. With much love, Gran. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Now it's your turn to read the text. You need to read it 3 times, once in your head, once out loud, and once to somebody else in your house, and then you can answer the questions. We'll start with the Do You Remember section. This one says, copy these sentences and fill each gap. So your job is to find the right answer to go in these spaces. Question number 1 says, Gran and Grandad have moved to a town called something. Question 2, they moved something days ago. Question 3, from the front windows they can see the something. And question 4, the removal truck took something hours to get to Sandy Bay. So all of those answers are in the text. Read it carefully and try to find them. More to think about. These questions require a little bit more thought and a bit more writing, because it says write a sentence to answer each question. So 1A says, on which day of the week did Gran and Grandad move into their new house? Question B, what will they miss most about living in Sandy Bay? Question C, what is Jenny's brother's name? Question D, how might the children get to Sandy Bay if their parents are at work? And then on to number 2. These sentences are not correct. Your job is to write them correctly. So you're going to need to read them carefully, figure out what's wrong, and then write the sentence correctly to make it right using the information in the text. 2A says, Gran enjoys watching the ships from the back window of her house. So think carefully about what she can see from the back window, whether she'd be able to see the ships at all. 2B, the hills are in front of their new house. Again, look through the text and see what the text says. 2C, it took 6 hours to mend the removal truck. 2D, Gran and Grandad will meet the children at the bus stop. And then on to the final questions. There are 3 in the turquoise section, the Now Try These. And these are always the trickiest questions, the challenge ones. So number 1 says, describe how you imagine Gran and Grandad's new house. Write a few sentences about what it looks like and where it is. And for anyone that doesn't know, a few means 3. So I'd like to see at least 3 sentences about Gran and Grandad's new house and where you can find it. Number 2, write the reasons why the children might like to visit their grandparents in the school holidays. So for this one, you can write a list and you can think about the different reasons they might like to go and see their grandparents. And for the final question, question 3, it says write a letter back to Gran to tell her your news and explain why you would love to come and visit her house. We can see in the letter it's addressed to Annie, Tim and Jenny, so you can choose which of those characters you want to be and you can write your letter. Think carefully about how you would speak to your Gran, whether you need a formal or informal tone, and the things you would like to include in your letter. That's all for this week. Goodbye.